Definitely. I'm a foodie, so.
I took over your.
Yeah, my podcast there for a bit. I was like, hey, oh, are you ready to dig in? You ready?
I think I'm ready. Let's dig in. So
yeah. So what did you hear about this? What does it have?
Apparently it's poached, it's cooked nicely, like the way ulumi silazi ngakhona.
Okay.
And then apparently they also flame grilled it. So that's very interesting. I think I'm gonna take that and try implement it at home.
Nice.
And then they put spices. So it's not ulumi lolusil dry like where it's like salt and pepper. And then they put in nice gravy and salsa. So let's dig in.
Let's do it.
Ladies first.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Oh, it's
Go
so
for it.
soft. I'm salivating already.
And juicy also, can you see?
Very. Ooh. Okay, and some gravy.
Can you smell that? A little bit of gravy.
That gravy is also so
And
good.
then salsa. Okay, I'm going in for everything.
It's so succulent.
Okay, I understand why it's the best-selling dish. Like, you're not ulumi most of the time. It has like that hard texture. But here, it melts. You want to almost it. You don't have to.
Do you think it's the poaching
Flavors,
that
yes,
made it
definitely.
that way?
It's nice and soft, and you can taste a little bit of that flame grill. The spice. I think I need to go and ask the chef what spice they used here. Yes, even as no bushisa nyama.
It does.
And
It's the
then
thing going
the
on.
gravy. The gravy is nice. It's so flavorful, and then the salsa just balances everything out. Like you have to do the full bite,
Oh, with the
and then it's
salsa.
salsa, yeah.
Let me try
Because
that.
if you just ukinyama kuphela,
Yeah,
so you're missing out on the on the flavor. So
Okay, guys. So if you're around Bryanston, actually around Joburg, please come to King's Crawl and try out the ox tongue.
yeah, this ox tongue is really. I mean, this is nishoga kakuhle. This is spice.
Very gourmet, hey?
Liyasdinga, but I'm sure it's their secret.
I mean, but from one chef to another, I'm sure she'll give you some.
So if you had to rate it,
I'll definitely give it a 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
And then the other one that's not this because I didn't have more of it.
From my side, I think the combination makes sense. The gravy, you're still using flavors and it's reduced, so it's more like intense. How this tongue is really cooked, it's soft, it melts on your mouth. Definitely, it's like you feel it. And then the salsa, how it balances out, it's like definitely a combo. So for me, I think I don't want to be like you,
Okay.
but I don't want to overboard. I think I'll keep it at 8 out of 10.
Nice.
So it's really a good dish, definitely. Why it's missing, maybe because it's not filling, because it's a starter.
Makes sense.
So yeah, they will fall off. But I think it's really a good dish, definitely. So people really need to give it a try.
This is the best ulumi I've had in ages. Come check it out if you're around Bryanston, Sandton, Joburg North. I know you guys like, a bit of African food with some feng shui. So this is where you need to be. So I want you to tell me, when you cook at home, who washes the dishes?
The reason why I'm laughing at this because I hate washing dishes. So
that's me. I don't
by default the
do it at
missus has to
do the
wash
dishes.
the dishes.
So
At
do you
least I
guys
cook.
do it like that? If I cook,
If
you wash
cook,
dishes.
If you didn't cook, you're on the dishes.
Dish. So
Yeah,
are you one of those people that make a lot of dishes when you cook?
So when I cook, not a lot of dishes. I'm a simple cook. So I like simple stuff but packed with flavor.
Okay.
But I mess a lot, so I'll use different dishes. But then you find that maybe I was just cooking pasta and chicken,
And there's a lot
and
of
that's
dishes.
like a lot of dishes. So sometimes I'll get scolded. Why when this is you were just cooking? Yeah, so I'm just messy like that. Like I don't clean after myself as I cook. I know some people have that system.
True.
Which I think it takes time. It makes you take time to prepare that dish because now mele upege rice and then drain rinse and then you wash that and then next thing. So yeah, my style is just like, yeah.
Which is stuff we don't see on TV much, right? When chefs
Yeah.
like who's that chef that I like? Not Gordon Ramsay. The other one, he's British. Jamie Oliver.
Jamie, yeah.
Yeah, you don't see the background of him washing dishes and doing all of that. So
Definitely.
he kind of keeps a clean space, but you actually don't know what happens in the background.
Yeah, in the back, it's actually very interesting, especially when you're shooting commercial and stuff like that. So there's a whole team. There's a
Yeah.
whole team, just like how we're here, and
Yeah.
people only see us. So there's a whole team, stylist,
Yeah.
people that are at the background to help with like cleaning up, wiping stuff.
And
I remember
chopping.
when so last year I did MasterChef,
Yes.
celebrity MasterChef. And I used to wonder, how do they do this shooting and stuff? So it was really interesting going behind the scenes and seeing how many people are there. So once you're done with your dishes, I remember my station I think was the filthiest. I was throwing even things sinky and stuff like that. And yeah, by the time you go present the stuff to the judges, we come back and it's clean.
Oh,
You're like,
really?
oh, guys,
That is
everything is clean and it's spot on. So yeah, when you watch these things, they don't show the behind the scenes. So I'm sure even with Jamie, there's a whole team that when he's done with this angle, someone comes in and
Yeah,
then off
that
to the
makes
next.
sense.
Yeah,
That makes sense. So you're not actually a chef, you self-taught, eh?
yeah, self-taught home cook.
Yeah.
That's like what I like to call myself because
Yeah.
sometimes. Though technically, if you're a person who can cook, you can be referred to as a chef.
Okay.
But sometimes there's a technicality to it because being a chef also, like if you're going to title yourself a chef, it means like you went to school for it, like to study
Culinary.
culinary arts and stuff. So I like to just make sure that but though sometimes you get called a chef.
A chef, ne? You just take it. You're like,
So I just make sure that people understand that, guys, andiyila ngeskolweni lento ne. It's just
Yeah.
a passion and ithandayo. And yeah, it's going good.
so for our audience who might not know who you are,
All
which
right.
I think is very few, but you go by Sifo, the cooking husband.
Yeah.
How did that come about?
C4, the cooking husband. So full name, first of all, Sinoyolo C4, all the way from Mthatha, Eastern Cape, currently based at Durban. And just this young boy who used to be interested in cooking. So Culinary around food, butcheries, farm, you would help around. And that was something that I was always like interested in, ukutya and stuff like that. And just fast forward, varsity, I used to try out dishes, impressed. I even impressed my wife with.
Wow, university.
Yeah, because I didn't have game. Because you know, with guys, sometimes it's either khulumela okanye uthethe, ushele.
Yeah.
So for me, it was like cooking. I'll cook for you, and then I'll impress you.
Where did you get the money to cook in varsity? Because in varsity we were like
It was
eating
like
noodles.
on budget stuff. But I used to make it work. Like I
Okay.
would cook 18 fish and make it like a curry, and people would think like I've cooked meat, and then voila. But yeah, fast forward, and my wife is like, you need to open a page to share the dishes because I used to have this thing of taking pictures of the food. When I cook, I'll take a picture, post it on my normal page, and then she's like, Vuli page now you are
Just for your
speeder
food.
because now ngapha ufaka ukutya and then it's your personal profile also. So I didn't understand, with guys we don't like complicated things. And I listened to her. I was like, okay, nasivulekele page, and then I'm like, what's gonna be our name Geleyale page because it has to have a. Then we went back and forth. So it was more like a team collaboration we had. Because I remember coming with the husband that cooks.
Yeah.
And then maybe she's like, okay, maybe put an identity. Then we came with C4, the cooking husband. So yeah, that's where the name comes from. And the C4 is last name Yam. So yeah,
And you actually a pharmacist by profession.
pharmacist by profession. Yes, guys.
That's incredible that you feeding people health-wise and for their tummies.
Yeah, it's actually like not too far because as a pharmacist, you go in the lab, prepare stuff up, be in the lab, be mixing things
Yeah.
up. So cooking is not far off when you're looking at it. Because now Paya will mix things and concussions and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And then in the cooking also, it's all about mixing things up. So
Yeah.
I guess God was like speaking to me, like, take this direction. Because eventually I wanted to be a doctor,
Okay.
but I didn't get accepted. So I only applied to one school, UCT. I was like, it's either UCT or nothing. And then boom, they're like, nah, your points are not meeting the standard. And then here's pharmacy. and accept her. And then I was like, nah, let me just do this pharmacy thing. And then I
Nice.
fell in love with it. And then today we are here. I'm also like a cooking husband. So yeah,
I think actually, had you been a doctor, you wouldn't be able to do this.
I think so too, eh?
It would demand
So
so much
it
more of
does
your
align.
time.
Yeah, definitely.
So it made
definitely.
sense why God was like, don't worry about a doctor, man. I've got
Yeah,
bigger
yeah.
for you. So you also go by the Nyamarian, ne?
Nyamarian. So
Nyamarian.
yeah, Nyamarian is also very interesting thing. So being a guy that grew up a farmer and like meat was always something around us. So in my page, I could see that when I post meat dishes,
Yeah.
it will be like there's a lot of like people liking it, and I could see like a similarity from just South African, just South African. I think siyazithanda inyama yethu.
Definitely, yeah.
Sonke siyayithanda,
Yeah.
bambalwa ke, but
I'm a vegetarian.
and then I was just sitting. I remember how this thing came like, hey, Tina standing nyama cool because people that love veggies are called vegetarians.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, because in Tina Sibizi nyama.
Nice.
Then I was like, nyama rien.
Yeah.
And then it got like a good reception. And then it's something I identify as. So now
definitely stuck,
Utali
eh?
nyama nawe.
I do.
Inyamarian.
I do.
Welcome
My
to the
favorite is
Nyamarian
goat.
club. Yeah?
I love goat meat. I love lamb.
Aye,
Ooh.
Inyamarian, definitely.
So tell me at the first point when you realized I'm doing this, because I mean, I guess you were, as you've explained, you were taking pictures of food and posting it on your profile. But at which point were you like, okay, actually, I'm doing this? And did you actually ever imagine that the reception would be as big as it was?
Yeah, that's an interesting question. And you know what? When you started the whole thing, I must tell you the truth.
Please do.
I was like, I'm just doing this because my wife wants me to do it.
Oh,
And
what a good husband.
yeah, because she was the one pushing it.
Yeah.
And I remember, I think we just started. It was COVID.
Yeah.
Peak COVID. I think that was like level 5 lockdown.
Yeah.
And so I would cook a lot because we're indoors. And I remember posting this dish. And then it got likes. And I think a month or two, I got a TV gig.
Oh,
Yeah,
that quickly.
that quickly. I was invited to come and cook virtually so that people at home who are on lockdown can be motivated.
Smart.
So I even asked the ladies, how did you see me? They're like, no, we saw your page, though it's small, but we're interested.
Yeah.
So then when that gig came, I was like, okay, maybe you're onto something here. I knew I can cook, but maybe like how then people validated that. And then from then, I mean, publishing cookbooks, being invited to edit recipes.
Oh.
Yeah, so I ran with it. I
Who
guess.
inspired you to cook?
Yeah, there's a lot, but I think the most the one I looked up to is my mom. So was a kid, I used to watch in the kitchen. I remember,
Can't
yeah,
wait for the food to be ready.
Evident. Which has always been a thing. Like I don't vimba.
Yeah.
If the lambi food around, I'm not a good person to be around. So yeah, I must always eat. So yeah, watching my mom cook, and then watching cooking shows. Jamie, as you mentioned earlier, is is the guy that I look up to. I like his family style cooking,
definitely.
and my wife is my biggest cheerleader, I guess, supporter. She's the one like who pushed this whole thing, your cooking husband, over my ends again. I remember sometime I will feel down, in the industry. Sometimes you feel like, "Ugh," and then people questioning. Remember, I'm also a closer guy.
Yeah.
Daughter sometimes is viewed in different aspects.
Yes, the stereotype
yes,
is real.
the stereotype. So she was the one who was by my side. Is like, you were born for this. You need to do this. Motivating me, and
Yeah.
she's been my strength. So it's been an interesting journey.
I can imagine. I mean, getting a gig after posting a few posts of making food.
Yeah, that one.
definitely is
I don't know if it was
it boosts your confidence.
God and ancestors,
Nah.
because imagine it was like a big TV station, ENCA. Is it called?
Yeah, ENCA. Yeah.
And imagine every morning I'll be live. Yeah.
Wow. Every morning.
Yeah, it was like.
How long was the gig for?
I think like a month or so. Wow. Yeah. Not every morning. I think once a week. Sorry.
You must have
But it
coined it.
was different people. Every morning there was like
A different chef.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So
You
that
must
was.
have definitely coined it. I mean, This is a
To
big
be honest,
publication we're talking
you are
about.
new in the industry. You don't have anyone to look up to. So, but I don't want
And
to
you're not gonna be like, no, I need
But we all
level
have
up.
to learn, man. I think I always tell the young guys that are upcoming, like, you need to experience a point in your life, and it builds you. And then, because if in that gig, maybe they paid me maybe an X amount of money that was
Yeah.
like big,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden I wouldn't have that level to grow. I think in any industry you need to grow.
You need to start
Because
somewhere.
yes, because now if now the ceiling is up there and these people don't know me, so I actually end my way up there.
No?
So I'm not. I was talking to myself. I'm like, I don't regret that gig.
Yeah.
Nobody, but like, it
Yeah.
actually paved the way for me.
Definitely.
Yeah. So
And I mean, looking, because obviously you love cooking, you've got a passion for it. Now you've opened this page. Did you think that there'd be campaigns that are coming through, brands that want to work with you, and now you have to be in front of the camera? You did mention you are shy, but now you're finding yourself doing a lot of more camera work. How are you managing that?
yeah, so in terms of it growing to where it is now today, I'm really grateful to the people that supported the movement. I actually didn't think it will get this far.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm a guy who, like, I believe in what I do, and if I'm good at it, I will always push with it. So I made sure that, yeah, I know I'm good at cooking, so I just wanted to inspire more guys. So how we started the page, it was also about inspiring the gentlemen, because we know, like, growing up in South Africa, there's been like rules in daughter ngapha phandle yophanta umfazi endlini yapheka khulisa abantwana. But I think in society that sikhula kuyo, it's different now. In the household, we both work. We have 9 to 5s. We're
True.
both tired. So when you come back home, we need to share
Responsibilities.
the responsibilities
True.
and the role. So for me, it's been about pushing that, and I advocate that. No matter what negative comments you get on the side, it's always been about creating this space for gents. And a lot of gents come back and really thank me. It's like, endlini things have improved, because you'll find that maybe it's just something, one
Uhappy.
thing, chop, uncedise, you'll see how happy the ladies are. They really appreciate that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then in front of camera, I don't know, I am shy,
Okay.
but I think with anyone, like your personality, once you do something you love, yeah, Puma, that thing. Like, find me maybe
personality shines
outside,
through.
sitting somewhere, maybe in a text, whatever. Maybe I'll be like, But when I'm here cooking, it just comes out. So,
Yeah.
yeah, and you don't train for this, I guess.
No, apparently not.
Yeah, you don't train, you just get thrown in.
Yeah.
I mean, when I started, I wouldn't say I was perfect. I'll start a lot. You're nervous. You also shy what will people think of you. But as you get more of these gigs and being associated with brands,
Gets
it
better.
just becomes better.
So do men DM you on the side and ask you, hey, what recipe can I do for my wife? It's Valentine's Day or it's anniversary time.
Yes, that I used to get a lot, but
Okay.
not where I want to be in terms of gents. It's more ladies. I don't know if the gents are still shy, but I think publishing a cookbook helped me
Okay.
when it comes to those, because now people know that I have a cookbook. So if you need a recipe, ngicela uyojonga incwadi.
Which is cool because
Yeah.
the ladies had the Lazy Makoti. She
Yes.
brought out a book. So it's lovely that you on the side also brought out for the cooking husband,
husbands.
just to, level the
Balance.
playing field for the cooks in the house.
Definitely,
That's amazing.
definitely.
How well is your book doing?
My book, actually, it shocked me. So 2022, we released it. The sales were not that well. I guess people didn't know
Books
me.
are expensive.
Yeah. And people in general don't buy cookbooks. Maybe with frictions and stuff like that. And then fast forward to 2023. I get a call. See, for your first cookbook is sold out. We need to go reprint urgently. I'm like, okay.
Wow.
How did this happen? Is like, I think people are getting to be interested in this book. So yeah, we sold out the first book, which is something in South Africa that doesn't happen a lot in South Africa. I mean, I think it's few people that have sold out and reprinted, especially in the culinary field of books.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Wow.
my book got reprinted 2023. So now we yeah, we actually pushing the sales for this second batch.
Wow. And you've got what, 70 recipes on the book?
Yeah, over 70 recipes, which are from breakfast to desserts and sweet things. So,
Okay, so you also make desserts?
yeah,
Okay.
it's a book for everyone. Like everyone, it's a family. We actually got nominated for the Command Awards, I
Okay.
think 2023, which is like an international award ceremony as a best. So it got nominated for best family cookbook in South Africa.
Wow, that's incredible.
So yeah, if you're watching this and like thinking, just put it in your kitchen. Everyone, from kids to
What inspired you
husbands,
actually
wives.
starting a book?
So starting a book, if to be honest, I've never when I started this thing said I'll have a cookbook. Yeah?
Okay.
I don't want to lie to people. In my career, so online you'll get people. C4 recipes. C4 recipes.
Because I'm sure you guys just take a picture and then siyabona ukuthi inkomo, but we're like, how did you do it?
Yenza kanjani?
Yeah.
Recipes. So I was like, okay, people want this recipe thing and stuff. So I started researching, okay, cookbooks. Actually, story Sam is very funny, eh? And said at the same
Please tell
time,
me.
I need to tell you
T-shirt,
guys.
yeah.
I got approached by a brand whilst I'm busy thinking about this cookbook thing. Okay, this lady is really positive. Okay, we're gonna publish a book with you. Okay, now I'm gay. I don't know anyone, and then I wait. Then the clock ticks. 6 months down the line, abaphenduli. Then I send the lady the email because remember we had a meeting. Okay, are we still doing this? Kwenzekani? No, don't worry, we're still doing it. Then something tells me, it's like, no, man, it's not just this one publisher, Ekoyo, in South Africa. There's other publishers. Took my thing that I sent, because she's told me to do a proposal, but they are the one who sent me an email.
Yeah.
And I tata, send it to
Another
Penguin
publisher. Yeah.
publisher. I think within 7 days, the lady responded. Can we set up a meeting? Set up a meeting. Went through the ideas. We like your idea. Pitched it to the board because they had to pitch because when you publish a cookbook, the board needs to be, everyone needs to like give it a go ahead.
Okay.
Because
Is it versus other books?
it's I think they just look at it as a business because remember now Barani business.
Yeah.
Is it gonna sell? Is it really a good idea? So came back, the board was like, we love it. And fast forward, we published 2022. So sometimes, Nyani, I think God also works in mysterious ways because those people saw my page and approached me, but they took so
Forever.
long. And they kept like thinking. But when I sent this thing myself to this publisher, and then they were like, yeah.
Definitely, because now they're taking forever, but it gave you the idea that, hey, hang on, there's actually other publishers out there, so why don't I approach them?
Yep.
So what did they require of you to write plus minus 70 recipes yourself?
Yep. So, yeah, you carry on. So that I
Home
can.
cooks, like, you just take a bit of this, you take a bit of that, then you add it, then you taste it like, how's that?
Exactly.
Considering that you're not a trained chef.
Exactly. I remember when I was doing this deal, I'm like to my wife, hey, God, am I ready for this? Because and Balim. She's like, no. This is Oyens.
I love the determination.
Regardless of what. So yeah, it's very hard. I don't want to lie because you have to have recipes and write them. So basically a writer. But luckily enough, I used to write because when I was sharing my recipes, I'll write.
Okay.
I'll write. Though it was not like, as you say, it's just a remixed thing. Yeah, so recipe development became a thing. And I think publishing a book takes a year plus.
Okay.
Because you have to first write, send to publisher, they edit them, check if everything is fine, queries, you shoot the book. Once they give you a go ahead, and then it goes to print, and then voila.
So you actually, once you write do you have to cook the food as well so
Yeah.
they can take pictures of the food?
So so the process generally, so with my printing house, I'm not sure about other medias. So I think I took 6 to 7 months, if I'm not mistaken, for the first book, because they were pushing for a date, because they wanted my book to be a Father's Day highlight, making sense.
Nice.
And yeah, 6 months. So you're in the kitchen, busy
Every
with
day.
pharmacy, writing, developing, testing, because you have to make sure that these things are on point. Because now, remember, you're publishing it out to the people. It's no longer like about you saying, I'm fucking doing it has to be a thing that's proper so that when people follow the recipes, the bangabuyi back besithi ay Pumiland. Yeah, so you in that 6 months it was crazy.
Wow.
So you have to write, work. So with the old ones I had, I think with me I was lucky because I used to write. It's just adjusting there and there so that the scale can be thingy. Maybe if I did a recipe for 2, adjust it so maybe it says 4,
Okay.
and so and so. Yeah, but you have to write. It's a process. And then after you write, then you edit it. So you have an editor that's going to go through. Because remember, also writing has to be edited. Because
Yes.
sometimes you might
Make a spelling mistake, grammar.
no problem. Maybe also like milligrams and stuff like that are wrong. I mean, meals and grams are wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, and then once that process is done, it's a long process because a lot of back and forth. Remember, I'm not based in Cape Town, so the editor is that side.
Okay.
They'll send you, okay. Then once everyone is happy, the manuscript, we call it the manuscript. Once the manuscript is good, then we shoot.
Okay.
So now there's another week for shooting. It depends on how many recipes you have. I think I wrote 100 recipes, but we scaled it down to 70.
Wow.
Because
100
it was 100. Yeah, you have to write
What are some of your favorite there?
and it was hard to choose the 30 that's going to fall away.
I can imagine.
Because now you're like attached to these things. Yeah. But what can you do?
Wow. What are some of your favorite recipes in your book?
Yo, that's like asking a parent to choose a favorite
Their
child.
favorite child.
That's what you're doing to me now. But yeah, just highlighting because most of them are my favorite. I mean, I put my heart for the first book. I really, really put my heart into it. It's like things that I grew up eating, things that I love, recipes that when I developed, I was like, oh, I'm amazed by how it came out. So, yeah, maybe meat dishes that are there, pasta.
Nyama.
Yeah, nyama, yes, there's tandela. But yeah, I can't pinpoint and say this one exactly. So there's a section in my book called the Nyamarian chapter.
Okay.
So that's where I do like different kinds of meats, like from poultry, red meat, and stuff like that. So yeah,
Wow.
I'll say maybe if I had to choose a chapter to maybe I'll.
So did
put
you
that
ever
as
go on Google and say how to make this, and then you copy whatever you see and you try and make it?
Inspirations are important because remember, as a person, you always have to be inspired what's around. So hence, watching cooking shows, being associated with food. Also in the industry, there's people that have done this before me. So yeah, you do go and look, but maybe with Usi for some now, style some of cooking is more about I get inspired and then I say, okay, how can I bring my own twist and personality to this dish? And then that's how, like, there's a thing, Papa, that I have in my book. I know Papa, people don't want you to mess around with it. It's it's a debate.
Just leave it the
but
way
I was like,
it is.
me, I love my cheese, I love my cream. I'll put that in,
Oh.
make it Papa, and I called it a creamy cheesy pop.
Oh, that sounds tasty.
And it's very tasty. It's a dish. I remember I made it at home, and my dad was like, "I'm wasting ingredients." And then he got to taste it. He's like, "Okay."
Okay, I see why.
So yeah, I'm that kind of person when I see some. So you have to be inspired and look around what other people are doing, but also give a dish your own twist. Ungabi copycat, because now if you now like googling and paste,
But also, some of these ingredients are very expensive. So you don't want to obviously go and buy every ingredient to the T. You kind of look in your cupboard and you see, what do I have here? Maybe I can try this.
yes,
Yeah.
that's correct. That's very important. Also, I always tell that to people. E-cookbooks are more like a guide
Okay.
to an inspiration, but you don't have to have all the ingredients that are listed there. And in my book, I do give those tips. Like, if you don't have something like this,
Try this.
try this. If you don't have something
That's
like this
nice.
will still work. Because sometimes, remember, you find that someone wants to make it to the tea, but sometimes you're just adding those flavors maybe to balance or your spiciness. If you have paprika, it's not going to be a train smash.
Yeah,
You
true.
can still have a So yeah, people need to always view cooking in that way. But cookbooks are there just as a guide, but it doesn't mean it's like a final thing. If now ndifuna ukupheka le lamb skew ka-C4 and then guys akukho maybe you
Lemon
can't
zest.
find, don't know, yeah. Okay, different pieces of meat, like maybe it's
cuts, yeah.
then acting by it's like over. No. That's just like a guide, and yeah.
That makes sense.
And with my book, I think I make sure cooking style yamge, it's always been simple and straightforward. And time to clear the kitchen for long.
Okay.
That's why the guys I targeted the guys because I know Suzy guys
So you do about like a
just
30-minute
spend
dish.
an hour max.
Okay.
Ungahlali for that long a kitchen. Then that's the recipes just developed in that essence. They must be simple, quick, and easy to make and straightforward and accessible ingredients. Yeah, it's very important what you brought because Nyan, sometimes there's these books when you browse through it, like say, "Fumana phi le nto enje," and then you get demotivated. So it's using local ingredients. There's nothing. I don't think in my book there's anything that is
foreign.
exotic.
Okay.
Where you have to like be on a mission.
Like what, caviar
Nah.
or saffron? Do you use saffron? Because that's expensive.
Nope.
Or
Caviar?
truffle?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay, so it's traditional style African
Ngati
food.
yabantu.
Okay, that's great. So it's for anyone living in South Africa. Actually, even
Hence the
overseas
best family
that are
cookbook.
missing South Africa.
Yep.
Okay.
Simple cooking style, but packed with flavor. I mean, reviews that I've been getting with the book, yeah, really, really amazing. I was telling my half the other day, I'm like, when you look through like comments coming through, emails that you've done, because we also sell it online, it's really a book that really helps people. I'll call it a starter, like for a person, ongakwazi maybe ukupheka, you can pick up that book and you'll be comfortable in the kitchen. It's not gonna intimidate you like, aibu. Don't go play. Yeah.
Like, I don't even have an apron. I'm leaving this whole thing. What do you think separates you from other chefs? Because we do have in South Africa, we do have male chefs.
Yeah.
But what do you think separates you from the rest?
What separates me from the rest? Kamala. I think the name itself is just a different brand. I think there are people that cook, call guys that cook and stuff like that. Some are trained chefs and stuff. But to go with that bold look and say, I'm going to be their cooking husband, I don't think I get ukhona umuntu onjalo in that space. So I went with that intentionally to say, I want when people look at it and like, I'm also a husband. Maybe I've been having these stereotypes. Maybe I can follow this chap. So some cook, I'm not going to try, but people are good in their own lane. But I think I'm the only one who's taking this bold take on it and say, I am the cooking husband and I'm going to inspire other husbands to cook.
I like that, actually. You're changing the narrative in
definitely.
households that even you can actually do it.
Yep.
How are you finding a balance between being a pharmacist and ngapa you're a cook? And I'm sure you got gigs left, right, and center. Everyone wants you on their platform. How are you finding a balance?
Hey, balance in Zima, ne? It's been tough. Also, when you're growing, like I think when we started, abantu abaninzi, they don't know you. But then when you start to be known, be on TV and stuff like that, the demand gets a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just grateful for the kind of work that it gives me time. Because sometimes I won't take gigs during the week. It will have to be the weekend.
Okay.
Nanku nonkosikazi kwelicala fanele umbalansisile because it has to balance. So,
Sure.
But I think with just the advice I give to people, because most of the people don't follow Eat Dreams Up because of this. You always have to find time. I think once you tell your mind there's no time, you fall into the trap. So for me, it's always been, I will work. I will work. So pumla pambil, guys, man. So whatever space you have.
That's true.
So with me, I'm that pharmacist helping patients. If I have to have a campaign, I'm going to shoot that campaign, edit maybe the following day. The work is through. So you have to juggle. I think if we always, alikwi ixesha, man, to be honest, with everyone. Noba usebenza, alikwi ixesha, but if you're always sitting and complaining, hey, there's no time, maybe I won't do that. You just need to find time and follow your dream. That's why you see that I love each generation ezayo ngoku. Bayapusha. Abafani ne-generation yakudala where there was like excuses.
Complacent.
Hayi ngoku umuntu uyahlala maybe with like 9 to 5, aphume ebusuku ayosebenza. I like that hustling mentality. It's really good. It shows us ukuthi you can do it. Everything is possible. Anything is possible.
And I mean, with the economy we have, you kind of have to have more than one income. You can't rely on just one income.
Definitely,
So it makes
definitely.
sense. You won the DSTV, what's this? Foodie of the Year and Content Creator of the Year 2024.
Yes.
How was that?
Yo, that one. Yeah.
Were you surprised?
I was surprised, to be
Really?
honest. Yo.
Looking at the previous winners of DSTV, were you surprised by it?
I was. That thing is big. I think they started just after COVID.
Yeah.
So, in terms of the platform itself, I mean, it's the DSTV Content Creator Awards. I think I was positive because when I entered, this was my
Oh, you
also
entered yourself? Okay.
third time also entering.
Okay.
You enter and then they choose a panel. So the panel chooses who then goes through
Okay.
the next round. So when I saw myself, because for me, I entered for the foodie, to be honest. I was like, maybe recognized as a foodie. And then my name was, okay, you're also going to be on the Content Creator of the Year category. And that category, it's not the judges that are in charge. It's the public.
They vote.
So the public did a thing, eh?
a number on you,
I remember I think if you watch the video, I think it's there on the online. You see me because the cameraman was like, I don't know if they were told,
Yeah.
but I'm sure he staff background,
Yeah,
they know about. And then they saw how I like reacted. I think I even shed a tear there. Nyani, I couldn't believe it. I mean, I was going up against incredible content creators in that category.
Absolutely.
But then I went to stage, I was processing it. Yeah, it took long for me to really like let it sink that, yeah. But I really appreciate that, man. I think I owe it to the people that have been following each journey. I see for the Cooking Husband Lay Award, it was theirs. I mean, they are the ones that voted and chose me to be content, yeah. And it came with a lot of responsibility.
I can
afterwards.
imagine. Like what? Tell us.
So gigs, and
Busy.
you would understand that now brands are seeing the potential. Not that they were not seeing it, but now when you have an award attached to your name, and I mean it's like the best content creator in 2024,
Everyone wants a
I
piece
want
of
to work
that.
with you. Because also remember with brands, it's also association but some also just wanting to grow in essence. Yeah, so those responsibilities, but yeah, as Kali, I'm really grateful for that.
We're very
Yeah.
appreciative. So what kept you going? I mean, usually when you start a page, you get like 4 or 5 followers, 6 maybe. You get like 1 comment, the engagement is not as big. What kept you going?
What kept me going? The Mrs. Manager.
Your
Mrs.
lady
Manager,
is a...
the therapist. Yeah, we yonke into financial advisor, marriage counselor.
Okay.
So I think, yeah, hey, like I remember, yeah, in Yani, because sometimes you get to a point where you're not growing. It's like, okay, maybe people don't want, they no longer believe in you, but she'll be on the side to say, no, you've got this.
Yeah.
It's just the season. But for me, I think when you do something you love, ezinye zezinto are just perks, because if you're doing it for the followers and the money,
You're not
it's
gonna
gonna
get
be
it.
hard, because now once ivalege one of those, let's say maybe the gigs are not coming through, then you're demotivated. For me, I love cooking. It's something I do.
Yeah.
Regardless if
On
you're
and
in a
off the
gig or
camera.
no gig, I'm just cooking. It's not something I'm doing to please someone, chase clout, whatever. So I think that helped me to cope, because in essence, I know I love this thing and I believe in myself and I'm good at it. In numbers, but it's just a bonus. And I think that's one thing I would advise creators that are upcoming to have. It's something really important, because nyani social media iyababulala abantu, because they see someone up there and then they want to also be there. It's not a shortcut. You just need to be patient and believe in what you're doing, love it. Zobona. Enye nenye izozela.
And be consistent, ne?
That's it.
Yeah, Daco Blue. Just carry on doing it.
That's it. That's it.
And I mean, actually, that was going to be my next question. There's kids or even adults looking at you now and they're like, if I could just take the leap of faith, if I could just do this. As a cook, for someone who's very vulnerable, they don't know how to, where can they start? If they really are interested into getting into being a cook.
So if you're just a person who's not familiar with the kitchen, I wasn't I would say watch, because there's videos sometimes. I don't want to commit and say go buy the cookbooks. Zunga.
No, I mean,
Watch
you
the
can.
video. Yeah, you can, but I figure out. But I think watch. There's a lot of online content that's there that can inspire, and simple stuff, guys. Ungafuni ukwenza izinto ezitrendayo, simple stuff. And I think also with the ladies, irresponsibility, because most ladies can cook.
Yes.
Mthathe ngesandla umuntu wakho something. Nobuthi
Chop something.
chop some onion. Something. Then they get comfortable with that environment, and then uzomsa estovini. Ayike mako light up, faka amafutha angakanani.
That makes sense.
Then that's where even the kids, when they're growing up, mabangene kitchen. So
Is that what your mom did with you?
You see, my dad actually.
Okay.
So my dad sikhulele kungekho gender roles endlini.
Okay.
Ngumfana intombazana, if kuye egadini zonke.
Song. Nice.
Ungumfana intombazane, if kufuneka kuhlanjwe izitya kuphekiwe.
Nonke.
So sifundele khona. So my brothers know how to cook. So my dad, I'm really grateful, man, for that principle he instilled. He made sure siyakwazi kwenza into. I remember growing up Sise High School at some point, because we didn't, my dad and my mom were like running a butchery. So sometimes they wouldn't be in the house. At home. We even had indlu yethu eBasihlala sodwa bona baba on a different town.
Okay.
So sabano auntie. At some point, my dad was like, I something with auntie. I think I remember it was like grade 9.
And then you guys have to do everything yourselves now.
Now we had rosters. Bano wenzayo. Spaghetti song, you know song.
Bake rosters. Oh, you guys used to bake bread.
I can break bread with like sugar and the ingredients ngazibona.
Oh.
Sonke endlini. If you meet a sibling of mine ongakwazi ukwenza sonke uxele bakakwazi uxele uyadlana. So yeah, all those skills where he made sure that since I remember this other day wafika kumdaka, and then my little brother was still little then. Izitya kutheni kumdaka, then he's like, hayi ndilinde osisi babu. What? So bad. Because he had that thing, but xa kumdaka makukline regardless.
Forget the roster.
Spring
and he's supposed to
cleaning,
do it.
akho mntu le nto uzayo uba hayi thula curtains ndiyahlanjwa bayiwashing. So ndikhule under that environment. I think it's a very important one, because I think sometimes, man, siyaziboxa so much that abantu are thinking about what are the other people gonna say. Then izinto ziyonakala. Mhlawumbe uyindoda uhlele endlini ulinde umama uba abuye curtains imdaka whatever. Man, just bring them down, clean okanye ispot uchitheke into iyocleanwa kuze kubuye ulentuza na.
Tabang's a firm believer of that. He believes he will not say to his wife, why are the curtains dirty? He'll just take them off, wash them. I'm sure
I'm for that. I think we
Yeah.
need to instill that principle and teach a lot of people, man, that thing. Spell ixesha lakudala, saphila kwixesha lakudala. Ixesha lakudala was understandable because I think omama babengasebenzi, babehleli endlini begada abantu, but
not the
ngoku
same anymore.
alisafani ixesha, man. We need to move with the times.
That's true. What would you say are some of your favorite dishes that you guys made as a family growing up that you are reinventing now?
Yeah, so when we grow up, a lot of things, but I think Eona, that I'll say umngqusho, so we eat a lot of umngqusho, mix it with the curry, inyama, of course, steamed bread, dumplings. Ipapa was not that much, eh?
Papa's not big in Eastern Cape, ne?
It's I don't want to lie. Umvubo that we eat a lot, so we
Yini
crumble pap
Oh,
and then put mas.
Oh, put,
So
okay.
called, yeah.
Oh, crumble pop.
That's
Nice.
the thing that's big Eastern Cape. But yeah, some of those, and actually you'll get an exclusive info.
Okay. Please.
Senza incwadi isibini. So yeah.
Yay, that's exciting.
And that there's a chapter where like
Please let me know when it's out.
there's a chapter where I'm paying like homage to dishes that we used to grow up eating. So it's
that's
called Kumbule
amazing.
Kaya.
Ah, nice.
So,
Very
yeah.
catchy.
I'm gonna announce on my page when the book is, but it's gonna be out this year.
Okay.
Definitely. So
That's
that's one
incredible.
thing.
Second book out.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we have a
So are
second
you
book.
ever gonna like just jump ship? Are you gonna juggle in both pots, or are you eventually gonna say, "Okay, guys, that's it. I'm hanging up my what is it called? My pharmacy coat, and I'm getting into the chefing
Thing.
thing completely."
If Utiko directs me to this direction, who am I to stop? So you'll never know. You'll
That's
never know in
true.
terms of. I think nyani passion yam, I'm finding it, and I see where I'm good at, and if this is my calling, and I'm called to come and motivate more guys to cook and other husbands, and
Then you'll
then
do
let me just
so.
follow it. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Because you cook so well. I've never
Hey.
tasted your food, but I
One
can
day.
see it and I can almost like imagine what it tastes like. So, what do you think inspires your recipes today? Do you think it's travel? Is it culture? Or what is it?
Yeah, everything. So I watch cooking channels. I read a lot of magazines. I buy a
Okay.
lot of cooking magazines.
Magazines.
Yeah, I don't
Oh,
know if you know Taste magazine.
yes, I know taste.
I have like a collection of those.
Wow, okay.
So, and then also online. So, for me, I always look at different things. It's more about like if I haven't tried something, I'll be interested. I'm like, okay, Jamie maybe is making this. I wonder how if we infuse it the Sifo way, it will taste. So it's things that are around me, and yeah, I get influenced by that. Maybe I'll watch a show, Food Network, and then see something and like, okay, maybe I want to make that dish.
Okay.
Go online, with Instagram and TikTok, there's a lot of recipes, and
Yeah.
then maybe one will strike you and say, okay, that guy is cooking meat maybe differently, smoking it in a different way. If I would infuse this and this and this, I wonder how it would taste, and then yeah.
So you never ever thought of joining? What's that show that plays on? It's the Food Network. The one where there's like you go to each guest and then you rate their food and then someone wins 10,000 rand. What is
Is
it
it
called
Chopped?
again? No,
Not Chopped.
it's South African. Damn.
Or I think Come Dine.
Come dine with me. Have you
Come
never thought of going to come dine with me? I mean, you'd win the 10K.
Nah, you said.
You would. I mean,
think yeah,
most of the people
one
cooking
of
there
the
is, ooh.
I think it would be an unfair advantage.
You think so?
To go, yeah, 'cause let the people do, yeah. But you never know, man. There are a lot of people that can cook
That
really
is
good that are
true.
not out there. Like you go to someone's house and like, oh, this thing tastes so good.
Pretty much. How are you in a restaurant? Are you very critical of the food, or are you like, I'm on my day off, I'm just gonna eat? Or do you go specifically to certain restaurants because of maybe the chef or the food that they make?
Okay, so I have two rules. I don't like judging people's food because
Okay.
I know that we have different taste palettes. So if I'm going out with my wife, date night, or I'm going out by myself, I'm fine. Give me the food. I'll complain if the service is bad. I hate
Okay.
bad service. I used to be in retail, so I'm trained. Slow food, whatever, and stuff like that. Okay, it has to be really horrible food if I have to complain, like, but I don't go there to be critical. But
Okay.
now, if you open a restaurant and then that restaurant is like hyped up,
Okay. Then
I'm
you're gonna be
definitely going
critical.
there to be critical. I actually did not a review. I went to a well-known restaurant here, and when I landed,
Oh, here in,
at
in
Joburg,
Joburg.
yeah.
Okay.
It's quite pricey.
Okay.
So I was like, let me go.
Was the food good?
Shame. I'll give them an 8 out of 10.
Okay, so tell us who it is. Where did you go? I mean, you're
Name-
giving them an 8. It's not
Yeah,
bad.
maybe
Out
they
of
must.
10.
Yeah, it's not.
There's
so
always
bad.
room for
So I tried
improvement.
because I think they big on meat marble. So
Okay.
I've never been to
Oh,
marble.
yes, I've
so
been. Very beautiful aesthetic.
yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, a couple in Durban, Cape Town. So if I'm going there to be critical, it will have to be like a restaurant that has put themselves out there, won awards and stuff like that. And then I'll be like, okay, what's the hype about?
Yeah.
Recently also went to the Salt Slab down
Okay.
at KZN.
Nice.
They do the Texas smoking.
Okay.
So I had to go there because everyone is talking about them. It's like you have to try
Yeah.
this place, and the
Yeah.
meat is so expensive.
I can imagine.
So yeah, it depends when you go. But if I'm just going as we see for the lambile and yo, yeah,
You'll eat
I don't go
anything.
there and like, nah, you guys didn't add salt. Yeah,
Oh,
you do
okay.
get. I mean, as paying guys, there's
True.
restaurants where like food is like bland. There's restaurants where like, okay, I wanna come back.
Yeah.
There's restaurants where like, okay, ndikile ndahluta. Sure.
It's whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Has cooking taken you overseas yet?
Not yet, but
Okay.
you never know. But I'm sure there has been like I think 2 inquiries,
Okay.
which didn't go that well.
Okay.
Because sometimes with these things, you just need to be critical. Money. I mean, yes, you can go there for exposure, but then people mustn't take you for a ride, like just badlalingao.
Are those some of the harsh lessons you've learned being in the industry?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
You. I think Mawuqala, it's fine. Bangadlala ngabo abantu and stuff like that. Not that I'm promoting. Uba mangidlale ngabantu, guys, no.
Yeah.
But you get those. But as you
True.
ukula industry now, you born is in, and then now when you know, like I know my worth. You can't come here and tell me I'm worth this. I know my worth, and I won't
That
take
is
that
so
if
true.
I'm not. Yeah.
So what's next for you? You said you've got a new book coming out. Are we seeing a restaurant in the future? Maybe.
Maybe. So I think that's one of my big goals. Restaurants, definitely.
So where would you
but
have
something,
it?
a concept different.
Where would you have it? And tell me the concept.
I won't give too much on that.
Yeah, please, because then
abantu
someone else.
bazoyeba.
Yeah, exactly.
Then
You're
next
right.
thing xa ndiyivula,
Yeah, then it's like, someone's already done that.
Yeah, but I don't know, between Joburg, Cape Town, I don't know why depending ayithembanga.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think food scenery, like it's Joburg and Cape Town. I don't want to lie, like
True.
not that as you could restaurants in KZN and Eastern Cape West. But yeah, if there's someone who any business partner or mhlambe bona, hit me up. But those are the two like
Places that
places
you see.
that then is bona vision yam icon.
Okay.
And yeah, the concept different, man, different. Can't give much.
Yeah.
Because ikhona ibhaliwe isikhona there. I'm just
Oh, in your vision board.
my so with mna ndingumuntu obelievayo, if uyayibhala izinto zakho, put them there. Uzozenza. There's a lot of things that I've manifested that have happened. I mean, recently worked with Woolies. Woolies, one of the biggest brands, and
Their food is
did
so
an
good.
ad for them.
Nice.
And it's one of those things like uzifaka. Yeah, so I believe uzowakhona restaurant. Uba nini, I can't say. Uthixo wadeni uyayazi. I believe in God a lot, so yeah.
Absolutely. How many brands have you worked with so far
Wee.
in terms of doing campaigning with them?
A
lot,
lot,
ne?
yeah, a lot.
What was your favorite one?
I
I mean, not making the other ones look like they weren't the favorite, but which one stands out for you? You're like, wow, I actually really enjoyed this one.
Bambi's I meant. Now that nabantu bazongicancelisha, then PR company like, hey, wena.
Oh, when are you doing like us? Ne? But I mean, you generally would have liked all of them, but there's one that maybe stands out because of maybe how they communicated with you, or it could be something small.
Zininzi.
Ne?
I don't know, because there are some bad ones that I've done. I don't want to lie.
Oh,
You do
okay.
get like bad campaigns.
Oh.
Communication, BNB, paying late, wara. Briefs doesn't get clear.
Oh.
But the most that I've done, I think, yeah, they've been smooth. I can't pinpoint. I'm trying to think in my head, like, zininzi. But recently, maybe let's say the recent one
Yeah.
that I can recall, I recently did GWM. I really enjoyed that one.
Oh.
What was different about it? I cook, so I provide cooking content.
Okay.
But that one was like a car, because GWM is
Yeah,
so they were launching a new car. They liked my story, so they were using my story, cooking journey,
Okay.
and relating it to the car.
Okay.
And we went with a videographer. Shot it like in a nice scenery. You must just go watch it out. I think that one was different because it's something I've never done before. And it came out so nice. And actually, I got emails from other car.
Oh, other car brands are like,
Brands like, okay. Because generally, I like cars. I used to watch, what's that, Top Gear?
yeah.
Top Gear, buy car magazines. So there's Tandy Motor. So definitely, yeah, that's the one I think that stood out for me, and it was something that was different.
That sounds like fun. Did you guys eat while you were in the car and
It was
climbing a
more about
mountain?
doing the grocery shopping and then telling people the story whilst I travel with the
With
car.
the car,
Yeah, so it
okay.
was
Oh,
cool.
that's nice.
Because nyani ke kuze sipheke fanele siqale siyokwenza groceries.
True. The groceries
So
just...
that's how we incorporated the car.
Okay.
And actually, yeah. But go watch it, you'll see. It's
Oh, well, is it on your
Yeah,
Instagram?
it's on my Instagram,
Okay,
so
I'll
yeah.
definitely go watch it. That sounds exciting.
Yeah.
So you did you have to open a business like? See, for the cooking husband, did you have to open a business? Did you have to do that in order for brands and stuff to pay you, or how did you go about that?
Zonibambisa again. Now that I'm zobe ndisetshwa ngoba sazi uyamazi-text minute bakadlale ngoba kwi-mission.
I find it
But
interesting
yeah.
because, you are now obviously a brand, in yourself. But then how do other brands collaborate with you and still pay you?
So iqale illegally.
Oh, like most things.
Most things. So if you're watching this, you creator, get your things right. Because so I wouldn't say it's a matter. This thing was just a freelance gig. If brands had to pay, then you just do an invoice to your own account, and then as you grow, you are born to. There's a lot of money coming in. Then we opened, so we are actually a company.
Oh, lovely. That's amazing.
Yes.
That's incredible. I mean, all things generally do start like
it's a tip
that.
I think I give Amalentos because Nyani, especially now when you look at the way things are going around, SARS is really getting their balls into, buy a move. I actually have someone back there. They really, and so if we create, I think just do things right, man, because you don't want to have all this income coming and then at the end of the day, we newspapers and stuff like that. So you have to do, yes, but of course you don't. It's like an on and off thing.
Yes.
And I was working as a pharmacist, so for me but as a cooler, I ended up saying no.
Oh, so you actually also have to declare to SARS that you have more than one income, ne?
Yeah, it's a proper business. It's a proper, have accountants.
Nice. So you've got accountants, you've got, what don't you have?
What don't I know? No, but not that big. Not that big. Just.
But that's incredible, eh?
Yeah, you have
to think you started off by just taking a picture on your phone, and look at you now.
And then,
hey?
Yeah, it's a journey that I think when people watch it, it has to be inspiring. And I really thank God and my wife and my family and the supporters for where we are. I think I think people saw the good thing I was trying to do, and they also made me like positive in it. And I mean, we are pushing. If you're watching this, you are a male, especially because even females lie.
Yeah.
But targeting in a chance, man. Let's try and change the way. Let's support our beautiful ladies, man. These people are really fragile, and we need to take care of them. And and for us, Tina, Sebenzisa as like a love language. It also helps, like in the kitchen. You had a long day. Maybe you want to resolve something whilst you're chopping, communicating.
Yeah.
It just boosts that communication, bond, creating memories.
Yeah.
So you never know. Maybe now a relationship you're watching, and maybe try something new. You've been trying other things. Yeah, I'm not saying it's gonna work for everyone, but for me, I always like give it as a tip. You never know.
That's incredible. I'm so grateful that you actually came and you were like, you sent me a DM and you were like, girl, I'm in. I was like, yes, let's do this. No, but I'm so grateful for that.
I'm a person, as a OT, because I think in the industry when people get DMs, bajongi followers, okanye and for me, I think we need to support each other, man. Sisi regardless of and I saw your page. I'm like, okay, what you're doing is cool. Yeah. You like try to tell stories in a different way. Yeah. And I was like, no, I'm in. I'm in. Don't you sit there, Ben, but I make a plan.
It's our first out of town guest. So amazing.
Yeah.
Before we go, tell me, what's that one thing you can't go without in the kitchen?
Yum. Is that it?
Besides meat.
What can I go? What do I like?
Certain spice or?
Yes, it's interesting that people don't know banana.
Okay.
Yeah, I always have to have a banana in my kitchen.
What do you use it for besides banana bread?
Just to eat it, like something different from cooking. Yeah.
Okay.
If banana,
something that you don't have to prepare.
If basket the kitchen here too.
Okay.
If that basket runs out, I always like top it up
with bananas. You know, they stay in your body for 7 days.
So that's like a weird thing. But in terms of the pantry, I don't know, man. Indonesian spice, maybe spice.
Okay.
That I cannot. Paprika always has to be there. Garlic powder, definitely, guys. That's the secret to cooking.
Do you make your own spices? Like garlic powder, would you make it your own, dehydrated, then blended? Were you more store-bought?
No, store-bought for now, but
who knows? Maybe
if
in the future.
I have an opportunity to
have your own spice company.
Have a Nyamarian range.
That is an
Nyamarian range, spice.
That is so dope.
Yeah, so that will be something. But for now, it's just like, the basics of store-bought but combining the flavors.
Nice.
I don't use a lot of spices in my cooking because sometimes you need to understand about ukutya kune different flavor. Why?
Yes.
Like meat. Let's take meat for example. Already depending on the cut of meat you have texture. So sometimes people think that these spices are the contributing factor. Kanti, sometimes salt and pepper, fresh herbs. People are not used to fresh herbs. Fresh herbs really also elevate the cooking. So my cooking is like infusing ingredients, but it's simple, not a lot of ingredients. Let the food do the talking. So yeah.
So is it very important then to buy quality stuff in terms of the meat cut, the type of veggies you buy? Is it important to buy great quality?
I will say yes and no.
Okay.
I understand with the economy we're in, and we come from different families. I mean, if you're like a family of 5 or 6, doesn't make sense to
True.
be buying salad,
Lamb
steak and
shank,
stuff,
yeah.
and yeah,
No.
it doesn't make sense. But if once in a while, if you maybe ufuna uzivisa kamandi, unomntu wakho ufuna impressa, whoever, the quality will definitely speak. But in terms of everyday, nathi like abantu babe shocked when they look at my lunch at work. Like,
Really?
uphethe le nto? I'm like, hayi bo,
How-
andipheki ukutya ngaphela lo nami imali yam. Ispatch is ngarana dry. I can't be carrying
Because
like
food is
people
expensive,
expecting
eh?
like salmon steak,
Gourmet all the
T-bone,
time.
and nam ndiyazenzela noodles sometimes once again. Just eat. So yeah, I wouldn't say I would say yes or no. It depends on just the occasion. Have a special occasion, want to impress someone or something. I think definitely go for quality. But every day,
Just the basics of
hey
it.
guys, siyaphila.
Yeah, that's true. Easter's coming up. What can people at home cook this Easter?
Yeah, Easter is coming up. So yeah, there's a
Give
lot
us
of
an idea.
So maybe I think something different that Easter I enjoy because I know kubakho bayathanda abantu igama maybe roast
Isn't that a
beef
most
and-
Christmas
yeah,
thing?
Christmas, but sometimes they bring it Easter. Oh. You'll be shocked. So maybe let's do like crispy pork belly
Oh, that's
and then maybe
nice.
like a nice sweet potato mash.
Okay.
Balance because the pork needs the sweetness, and maybe we like crisp it up and then do like a nice apple glaze sauce,
Nice.
and then fresh veggies like can do roast veggies, carrots.
Okay.
So I'll do a tip at least to give the for the pork belly. So we're gonna do pork belly. Yeah, it's gonna shock a lot of people because Easter people go for the like roast, so you can even cook, prepare it before because I know
Okay.
Easter people go to church.
Yes.
So what we're gonna do the night before Easter,
Okay.
we're gonna take our pork belly, make sure it's dry, pat it dry. The skin must be dry as possible. Salt on top. Pop it in the fridge. So what we're trying to do, we're trying to get the crispy skin. So we're taking off that moisture
Oh, okay.
from the skin.
Okay, with the salt.
Yes, salt. Following day, so that you can then do in the morning, because it pork belly pega fast. Don't have to go crazy with the spices, guys. You can add like nice fresh veggies, slices of apple, and a little bit of stock
Okay.
in your roasting tray. Cover it and not the whole thing. Just make sure the skin is exposed.
Okay.
You can scrape off that salt or put the new salt because salt is a preventer when you're roasting it to cook.
Oh, okay.
Cook it so that the bottom part is nice and juicy and cooked.
Nice.
And then remove everything and then crank up your oven, maybe 200 degrees.
Once it's
Once
cooked,
it's cooked underneath,
Okay.
remove the salt. Can brush it with a little bit of olive oil. And then crank it up. You're going to see a beautiful crispy pork belly. Juicy. And then still get that crackling.
Oh, yeah,
you
you
cut
gotta
it.
get the cracking in.
Yeah, that's my go-to
That's
for this
nice.
Easter. Yeah. It's a quick and easy dish. It doesn't require a lot. And people, of course, are going to ask if you don't eat pork because I know pork is like
Yeah,
sometimes
true.
not.
Yeah, true.
Then I don't know. You have to go with
Maybe
like maybe
fish.
like, hey, fish. Yes, it's not something that we grew up eating a lot. Hey,
Okay.
I know that Easter they always like
Yeah, very big on fish.
fish and prickle fish and it's not something we grew up eating a lot. I don't want to lie, and it's not something that I like experimenting with a lot. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So
Is that just like the fillet? I mean, the chicken fillet,
Mm-hmm.
or is it the like even shellfish?
in terms of what?
The what you don't like experimenting with? Does it include shellfish as well?
Not really. I think it's just because growing up we never used to eat that much fish, and also the price point. let's be honest, guys. Like seafood, yeah, biza.
Yeah, it is.
So it's not something that you maybe ungahambe uyoyithenga. So you don't find me preparing a lot of seafood dishes.
Okay,
That's what
makes
I'm trying
sense.
to say. But it's not
Okay.
that I hate okanye. But I think it's just those. It's like also lamb. Lamb will be like a, a treat. Though it's so nice and succulent, but it's not something that you find me cooking every day.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I challenge you to make a seafood boil.
Seafood.
seafood
That
way.
looks good. I actually haven't tasted one.
The
Yeah?
seafood way. So maybe go taste it somewhere and then
then
afterwards make your own one.
Okay, challenge
Yeah.
accepted.
Please.
I recently did a nice salmon dish. I
Okay.
know how salmon is so expensive.
So good.
The calendar is a tilling. I was like, Buti, you sure?
Are you sure this
The
is the price?
What? Iyo le mhlekazi. I was like, hey, kunzima ukujikisa ikhadi, swipe. But yeah, I was actually doing a recipe development for a client. And
Okay.
it actually came out nice. So it was like a spicy. So maybe people can do that on Easter.
Okay.
It's actually live on the Hewlett's page.
Okay.
So it's like putting sugar
Oh, I saw it.
and then spices.
Yeah.
So it's like creating a nice balance between like spice and sweet.
Oh.
And then let the salmon like do the.
Oh.
So I create like a marinade and then rub the salmon and yeah.
That's
So maybe you can try
nice.
it with hake. I'm sure I didn't try it with hake, but because the hake is a cheaper cut.
Yeah,
at
yeah,
least, guys.
true.
Yeah, try it with your whole hake and see how that
Turns out.
turns out.
Sure, okay, I'm definitely still stuck in the pork belly because that is delicious. Sifa, thank you so much for joining us today.
And thank you.
Please give our people your handle for those who haven't found you yet so you can change their lives with food.
First of all, thank you to you for inviting me in your platform. Really grateful.
Thank you.
And I think one word I'll leave with it, what you're doing is great and amazing.
Thank
Keep doing it. Remember,
Receive.
Ntini, 500K.
Yes.
So cooler.
Yeah.
And always push that out. But I can see you're a person that, and the team. The team is great, guys. It's just that you can't see them. Thank you for actually.
Make a shop of late, but I can't.
Yeah, the team is amazing. So I wish
Thank
this
you.
platform meant growth.
Thank you so much.
A lot of growth, money. Yonke into man entle.
Yeah.
Ndinqwenela yona.
Thank you so much.
But also the people that are watching, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in and watching. And see for the cooking husband Lorna, umaduna unokhala umsuthu Gianna, umlambo ukhwela intaba, all the way from AEC, all the way from AEC. The cooking husband ndiyazinca ngaloko noba ubani uthini, so nawe ububukele apho ufuna ukuba active ekitchen, anything is possible. To follow me, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, ndikhona, and YouTube, as we see for the cooking husband. Ilula nje SIFO_THE_COOKING_ husband is spelled HUSBAND. Indel Gama. That's the other thing when you're creating a thing, guys, try find a magama alula. But yeah, that's where you can find me, guys, and must peg in, man, must peg in. I'm all for good food, good vibes.
Same here.
Creating platforms that are just family friendly. And there's one important thing I think I missed, and
Yeah.
I think I don't like how the gentlemen are handling ladies there, to just how the society is. So I'm trying to use that to boost less abuse in relationships. Let's communicate. Let's just eliminate the whole thing of abuse and
GBV.
bullying and GBV. Let's yeah, man, these are our sisters. Imagine Bunosisi and they'll come back crying. So yeah, gents, makuthethwe, must resolve izinto kakuhle. Yeah.
Thank you so
I'm
much for that. People don't talk about that enough.
Yeah,
eh?
man, we
They
need
don't.
to. Yes, better. No sisi abakhona. So you always wonder, like, bakwe relationship, uba baphathwa kanje wena ungava kanjani? If ungumuntu nawe ke owenza lanto. So yeah, and it's a very important thing that we need to address with society. It's so nice and clean, man, xa kukwazi ukuresolve izinto without having to go. I'm not gonna say azoba conflict, uzoba khona conflict everywhere. We also have conflicts with my wife.
True.
Never one day ndithi.
Yeah, now I'm gonna lift my
We need
hand.
to talk.
True.
Let's be matured. Let's change, because sinabantu abatsha abazayo. Masiziyeke ezazinto zasenza kudala. because they're not working for us.
True. And I also, you're right, because we're also not wearing, izinto zabantu bakudala, we're not wearing amabheshuni, on a donkey. So let's leave all of that in the past and create our own,
Create,
our own future.
So I'm all for that. We really need to push
I agree.
positivity. Kumandi guys ekhaya xa kulentuza xa kumandi nje kungekho zinto, and people watch all these things outside and then bazosifaka emndenini wakho. Masiziyekeni.
That's true.
So, yeah.
Thank you so much, Tifo. That was amazing, guys.
Ndiyabulela.
I'm hungry just talking to him. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay tuned. We've got so much more for you. I know I keep hitting you with a surprise every week. You don't even know who's coming next, right? So stay tuned so that you don't miss out. Guys, please like, subscribe, follow, share, because sharing is caring. And we'll see you on the next one. Ta-da!